Hey Flav City fam, what is up? It is Bobby, and I'm doing some shopping here at Costco, and I'm seeing some really cool items, so I decided to flip on the old iPhone and do a quick video because I'm seeing a bunch of new items, and I'm seeing some holiday items that could be really good for you to make for the holiday season, for Christmas, for Hanukkah, and more. Let's walk around Costco, show you what I'm seeing, explain why it's good, why it's bad, and why, and do our thing like we always do at my happy place, Costco. Before we get rocking and rolling, spread the holiday love, subscribe to Flav City, tell the friends and family about them. We also have a bell icon below the video. Enable all notifications, because with all the content going live on our channel every week, you don't want to miss out, my fam. Okay, let's do some Costco shopping. I'm stoked. Attention Costco customers, we have a new item here in the snack food aisle. Look at this. JoJo's snacking chocolate, and it's so funny, I just had this for the first time ever last month, and the selling point for JoJo is that it's a low sugar snacking chocolate, and this price, 14 bars for $9. The bars are huge. I don't know if you can see, but they're big bars with pistachios, and what else is on top with this one? Pistachios, almonds, and cranberry. But here's the selling point. It's 8 grams of sugar per bar. So we look at this. It's a dark chocolate with cane sugar, which normally I don't love, but I'll tell you why it's semi-okay with this one. And this one has almonds, pistachios. The cranberries do have a little more sugar and sunflower oil. Very, very common, but it's a trivial amount of cranberries, and it's 8 grams of sugar per bar. So here's the deal. 8 grams of sugar is 2 teaspoons of sugar. The bars are huge. They do also make keto versions of this with no added sugar, just stevia and erythritol. Those are really good too. So this is not quite perfectly Bobby approved, but compare it to, like, this isn't even chocolate, right? This is supposed to be healthy. This is a granola bar here. This granola bar has 7 grams of added cane sugar and probably high fructose corn syrup here, and canola oil. So this is not even a chocolate bar. So if you want the healthiest option here at Costco, it's this. I just wish they used a little less sugar, but you can eat half of that bar and be totally fine. And as long as we're here, and we're in the heart of cold and flu season, I've talked about this before. This has to be in your pantry at home. These are sprouted pumpkin seeds, and the price here is half of that at any grocery store. What's so cool is that when you sprout pumpkin seeds, you actually unleash even more nutrition and enzymes. And the big selling point, the kicker about pumpkin seeds, is that they're loaded with zinc. Look at that. 18% of your daily recommended intake of zinc and 39 of magnesium. Zinc is great at fighting off colds and viruses, and magnesium actually helps keep you asleep. So have a big handful of this at night when you're watching something on TV. By the way, we just finished watching that new Nicole Kidman show with Hugh Grant, something like that. No, not Hugh Grant, whatever. We need a new show. Can I get recommendations down below? No violence, no missing children, and no zombies. Either way, get this, and those chocolate are still a good deal and a good option here at Costco.
Flav City.
That's me, yeah.
I'm Patrice.
Hey Patrice, how's it going?
Just watching your video.
Oh, cool.
Prebiotic.
Oh, I'm making a video right now, yeah. Say hi to everyone, yeah.
That got me to start watching it.
Yeah, moms always spread the love to their sisters, their family members. They're awesome. If you come here enough, you'll eventually run into me.
It's break for work.
Oh, nice. It's a great way to spend a lunch break, yeah.
Yep.
Say bye to everyone on YouTube. Bye, guys. See ya. You guys know by now that I love Laird Superfood. Everything they make is great. The coffee creamer is fantastic. The price at Costco is even better. But I'm so excited because this week they launched a brand new product and something I've been looking for months. They launched a prebiotic greens powder called Activate. If you've been looking for greens powder, this is the one you want. In fact, a lot of people have been asking me to recommend one. The problem is I keep looking around the market and there's always one issue with the brands out there. The ones that Laird have is unbelievable. It's loaded with a boatload of organic greens. It has prebiotic fiber in the form of sweet potato flour and banana flour. Prebiotics feed your gut bacteria and are very important. And it has superfood mushrooms like reishi and shiitake, and the ingredients are epic. I started taking it this week. The flavor is great. I put it into my post-workout smoothie, and I'm loving it. You're gonna love it too. If you've been looking for quality greens, check it out. It also has this thing called Shilajit. It's a mineral from the Himalayan mountains that is really high in fulvic acid. I'm telling you, they did it right. And there's a promo now that it just came out. Click my link down below. You're gonna love it because Laird is crushing the game. I see someone waving hi over there. Hello, how's it going?
Hey.
Good. What's going on? Oh, we're filming each other. How exciting.
Man, what Costco does he go to?
I go to this Costco.
Bobby and say, Bobby approved.
You come here long enough, you'll see me, yeah. Oh, family. I see a new player in the pasta aisle here. Banza, which was here before, now has the rotini shapes, which is really cool for kids. And I said it before, but I'll say it again. This is the kind of pasta you want to eat, not traditional wheat-based pastas. I'll tell you why in a second. But the cool things about this is that it's nutrient-dense, complex carbohydrates. Look at this. A serving of chickpea pasta has a whopping 13 grams of protein and 5 grams of fiber, and the ingredients are great. Chickpeas, a little bit of protein, and some xanthan gum to bring it together. If you're going to eat carbs, make them count, especially for kids, because when you get those traditional wheat pastas, there's no nutrition. I call that dead food. Chickpeas or lentil pasta, which I love even better, is loaded with complex carbohydrates that don't just spike your blood sugars and stuff like that. It actually gives you good nutrition. Here's the deal. I wish this was organic, because legumes can score high in glyphosate, the active ingredient in Roundup, but still, when you compare it to this, you might see organic. If you do buy wheat-based pasta, it does have to be organic, otherwise it can score high in glyphosate. But when you see something like semolina wheat like this, or durum wheat, this is not a complex carbohydrate. This is not whole wheat. This has been stripped of all the fiber, of all the good stuff. It's just a simple carbohydrate at that point. When you go to this, it's a complex carbohydrate, so scoop that. Some other ones have the red lentil pasta here from Barilla. That's a much better option. And then when I was walking over here, I guess Bonds has taken over this aisle. Good for you guys, because they have Bonza mac and cheese with the chickpea pasta. So once again, you're swapping out white, starchy, cruddy quality pasta with complex carbohydrate pasta. I don't love the cheese sauce because it's not organic. It's cheddar cheese, buttermilk, not too many preservatives. My only issue is that it's not organic, which meaning it's GMO milk they're making the cheese out of. But compare it to the stuff that I grew up with, the Blue Box mac and cheese. See, they're using enriched macaroni wheat, which is really has no nutrition, so they have to put vitamin fortified in there, and it's non-organic wheat. And the cheese sauce isn't cheddar cheese sauce. It's actually made of milk protein and whey, and then it has a ton more preservatives. So if you're gonna get one here at Costco, this is the best in class one. Actually, if you're at a grocery store, Annie's makes an organic and a grass-fed cheese sauce that is really, really high quality. And in my new cookbook, which you guys have made a #1 bestseller, which is crazy, I have a recipe for kid-approved cauliflower cheese, mac and cheese using chickpea shells. It's fantastic. That recipe is actually on the blog too. So if you want to get the cookbook with 50+ semi-homemade, easy recipes using the best quality stuff from the grocery store, I'll put that link down below, but I'll also put the link down there for the free recipe on the blog, because that's the kind of stuff you want to be feeding your kids. Cauliflower cheese is amazing. You'll love it. There are some really interesting options for beef this time of year, because you think the holidays, you think about cooking a whole prime rib roast or a whole loin roast, and they have these right here. These are whole New York beef roasts and whole tenderloin roasts. Some Costco's also have ribeye roasts. But when you have the option, in my opinion, between choice roast and prime roast, prime is where it's at, because the price is a little more. It's $8.99 a pound versus $6.99 a pound. But the marbling and flavor and fattiness of a prime is going to be way better. Keep in mind that only 2 to 4% of the cattle in this country are good enough to be considered prime. Prime refers to the marbling and the genetics of the cow. Now, I prefer grass-fed beef, but they don't have any grass-fed loin roasts here or rib roast. They only have grass-fed burgers in the freezer department. So I would go with this. And one of the cool things about buying a whole roast is that when you get steaks here at Costco, they're always blade tenderized, meaning little needles pierce them to tenderize them. That's problematic because you have to cook it to a certain degree or temperature to kill the bacteria. With this, they're not blade tenderized, and you could actually cut your own steaks or dry age this first and make it even more tender and delicious. So for the holidays, this is such a great thing to get. If you want grain-fed beef, prime is where it's at. Just make sure you buy a probe thermometer to stick in there to tell the exact temperature that it's cooking to, because you don't want to overcook it. And then I know there's two choices for beef tenderloin roast, which is a filet mignon roast. You have the prime and the choice. The choice is $19.99 a pound, and the prime is way more. It's $27.99 a pound, but the flavor difference between the choice and the prime is going to be huge. I would go with the prime if you can afford it. That deal is actually really good. And it looks like it's already been peeled, meaning the silver skin or the tough skin that you would normally have to cut away is removed. It's the holidays, you might want to splurge. Prime beef is where it's at if you eat grain-fed beef. prime tenderloin, prime New York strip roast, and if you can find it at your Costco, a prime ribeye roast is fantastic. The holiday season is all about curling up on the couch with some hot cocoa and a roaring fire. We have two options here at Costco. Spoiler alert, neither is Bobby approved, but this brings back memories. This used to be the stuff I grew up on here. Swiss Miss. I preferred the ones with the mini marshmallows in here. Look at that. Premium imported cocoa here. Well, I'm pretty sure we don't have any cocoa beans or plants in the US, so yes, it's going to be imported. But you know it's not Bobby approved. But the scary thing is I want to see how much sugar's in here. Holy shamolians, 23 grams of added GMO corn syrup. Oh my gosh, per envelope, 23 grams, you guys, is just about 6 teaspoons of corn syrup. This is not hot chocolate, it's hot diabetes type 2 at that point. Holy cow, and look at the other ingredients here. We have hydrogenated coconut oil, which is really bad for your body, and natural flavors, and mono and diglycerides. That's a trans fatty acid derived preservative, so really bad news. And if you go over here to the hot cocoa from Starbucks, see what's going on here. This is made with ethically sourced cocoa. That actually means something. There's a great documentary on Netflix called Rotten, and they have an episode about cocoa. Basically, cocoa that comes out of Africa is slave labor induced. It's terrible. So ethically is actually very important. And if we look at the added sugars here, there's way less, right? 16 grams, which is still 4 teaspoons of cane sugar, cocoa, and natural vanilla flavor. So in battle hot chocolate, Starbucks wins over that, but neither are ideal. And what's in the new cookbook? Once again, a 5-ingredient paleo hot cocoa recipe with coconut sugar, coconut milk powder, and really good cocoa. But I also put the recipe on my blog because Rose and I made a sweet little video on Facebook, and I put the recipe on my blog. So link down below for the recipe, and a link down below for the cookbook, which you guys are loving, so thank you for that. I have to let you guys all know that the Flav City Immunity Tea Powder is now here and for sale. And the reason why I remembered it, because I walked by this immunity tea here, and I don't like when people market stuff as immune boosting. And if you look at the ingredients, there's cane sugar, and natural flavors. That ain't cool, but the Flav City Tea Powder is the powdered version of my famous liquid turmeric ginger tea on the blog, and it just came in stock, so I'll put the link down below. It's got organic turmeric, ginger, MCT oil as the carrier oil, black pepper as the activator to the turmeric, a little bit of monk fruit to sweeten it, to keep it keto. It's very good at immune boosting and anti-inflammatory. I think you're gonna love it. Link down below, very, very exciting stuff. I know that Costco is the biggest buyer of wine in the world, but what I'm looking for is if they have any no added sugar wine or like a dry farm wine. And I've looked all around and I can't find it because most wine has added sugar and chemicals to the winemaking process, but a keto wine or a dry farm wine will have no sugar and no chemicals, but I don't see it anywhere, which is a bummer. So if you know if you have it, do you have dry farm wines at your Costco? Leave a comment down below. I also don't see any 40-ounce malt liquors anywhere, and that's Art's drink of choice, so that's a strikeout on both fronts. What's this? Oh, toothbrush heads are on sale here. Do they have mine? Sonicare. Ooh, look at that. $10 off. That's actually really funny because I just recently bought some replacement heads for my Sonicare, and I bought the cheapo knockoffs from Amazon, and even though it's a little cheaper, they're not nearly as good. So at that price for 6 of these, I'll take that. All right, Flav City family, that is it. I got what I need. It's time to go home, back to Desi and Rose, but more new and exciting items, plus the holiday items. Now you know what to look for when you're buying them. So that's it. If you want to see more Costco hauls, especially for the new year, I have some cool ideas. Leave a comment down below. Like, subscribe, share. The only way the channel keeps growing and the only way we help you all put the best quality stuff in your body is by you spreading that Flav City love. But there are 2 more Costco videos going below me right now. But for Art, for Desi, for Roasty, and myself, I leave you like I always do. Hashtag keep on cooking. Mad love and peace. Later, y'all.